And our first main topic of the day comes to us from Josh from New Jersey. And Josh writes, "Greetings, Cody. I just saw that USA Swimming announced the date and categories for the 2022 Golden Goggle Awards. I love swimming, but I don't know anything about this event. Can you give us some insight? I was thinking about going, but saw that a single seat costs $2,000. Why on earth is it so expensive? I hope to hear your thoughts. Thanks." All right, Josh. Yeah, I mean, being from New Jersey, you're pretty close to where the event is being held. The event is being held at the Marriott downtown New York City once again. Every year they alternate, usually goes LA, New York, LA, New York. I've been to a few of these. And yes, let's go ahead and get into this. So first of all, $2,000 seat ticket, not cheap. Why is it so expensive? Well, to answer that, the USA Swimming Golden Goggles event is an awards ceremony that they put on every single year, and it's basically a big fundraiser. Every single year, they invite all of the athletes from Team USA that made whatever the big premier meet of the year is. So maybe it's the Olympic Games during an Olympic year. In an off year, it's a World Championships. In a year where there's no World Championships, maybe it's the Pan Pacific Championships. Whatever the biggest meet is, they take those team members, they invite them to a ceremony, and they create all these categories, and it's a big fundraiser, okay? That's why it's so expensive. And I wanted to refresh my memory because I remember looking at this thinking it was absurd years and years ago. When I got invited to my first Golden Goggles, I looked at what some of the tickets were and I was shocked at how expensive it was and I didn't know why. So when I read this question, I was like, okay, we can get into this. A single seat, $2,000. A bronze table, that's 8 seats. A bronze level table, that's $15,000. A silver table is $25,000. And a gold level table costs $50,000 for 8 seats. And there's a few other benefits to that. You get to request the athlete that you want to sit with. So if you want to go to the Golden Goggles Awards and sit at a table with some of your family members and friends next to Caleb Dressel or Katie Ledecky or whoever your big star of choice is, you would get to choose if you can drop the 50K. This event also fundraises through auctioning off certain items. So a lot of the times during an Olympic year at US Olympic swimming trials, they have these really cool seats for the officials to sit at behind the blocks on both sides of the pool. And there are these nice cushion seats that have like the USA Swimming logo along with the Olympic Trials logo, and they're really cool. And I believe every coach that puts an athlete on the US Olympic team gets one of those chairs, which is pretty cool. Ray has a couple of them. But the remaining chairs get auctioned off at events like this. They also auction off flags like that with all of the signatures of the Olympians. And all of this money from all of these different items, those are just a few of them, goes into a pool that then funds the United States National Swim Team. So the United States National Swim Team, all of the benefits of being on that team, which we're going to talk about in a little bit on an upcoming topic, but all of the things that go into being on the United States national team, everything that pays for that pretty much comes from donations and events like this. Now, USA Swimming is a nonprofit organization, however, they do turn a bit of a profit, and so some money gets funneled into the national team department. But the reason that this event, the Golden Goggles Awards, exists is to help United States national team swimmers. It's to help promote people's journey to hopefully making a world championship team, to hopefully making an Olympic team, to winning medals, to all of those types of things. And that is why it's so expensive. And just like looking briefly at the awards, maybe as we get closer, I'll do a segment where we talk about what the award categories are. I don't really put in any stock into this because I just don't really care that much, because it's an award ceremony that's voted on by the public. So if you have a favorite athlete of yours that you think should win Breakout Performer of the Year or the Perseverance Awards, you can go ahead and go on the USA Swimming website and vote for your favorite athlete. But to me, it's like, what does the public think about these athletes? It's a cool thing. I don't really think very many people vote. I don't really think a whole lot of people pay attention to it. It's a nice thing. The more important thing is that we're funding and taking care of all of our athletes. I more care about the performances that they did that got them to this awards ceremony, like at Worlds, at the Olympics, at Pan American Games, those types of things. But I mean, they've got events like, or not events, they have categories like Breakout Performer of the Year. You know, you've got Carson Foster listed, Torrey Husk, Perseverance Award, Coach of the Year. My club coach Ron Aiken is nominated this year for the Sandpipers. Relay Performance of the Year, Female Race of the Year. So maybe we'll talk more about these in the future, but that's kind of it. It's just an award show. They have a red carpet. All the athletes get all dolled up, dressed up. And I remember being like really nervous and like not really sure what to expect. My first Golden Goggles like over 10 years ago. And then I quickly realized like, oh, like I'm here to put on a good face and basically meet donors and basically shake hands and meet people that have the means to help make these dreams possible, to help fundraise. Because that stuff, it's just important. Like that stuff is important. Like where that stuff goes, it really, really matters. So I don't want to like crap talk the Golden Goggles all that much. It's just the outcome of the ceremony. I don't care about. Like I really could care less about it. It really means nothing like what the public thinks of these kinds of things to me. But I think that it's great that they do it. And once again, the most important thing is it's funding the U.S. national team. It's helping people achieve their dreams. And that I am absolutely all in favor for. So yes, if you're in the New York City area, it's a short drive. If you've got the means and you want to meet some of your athletes, it's a way to, your favorite athletes, it's a way to do that. But that is essentially it. That is the Golden Goggles Awards wrapped into, I don't even think it's live streamed. It might be. USA Swimming has done a very good job the last couple years in upping their live stream game, their availability and the accessibility to watching certain events online, which is good. I don't even know if it's live streamed. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Thank you, Josh, for that question. If you enjoyed this clip, please hit that subscribe button. Full episodes of The Cody Miller Show air every Monday morning, uninterrupted. I'll see you all there. Thanks.